Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great week. Guys, if you've been watching my page, you know I've been fasting for the last couple of days. I did a 60-hour keto reboot. Here comes my husband here whistling. He must think I did good, huh? Anyway, I did break my fast earlier today. I went 65 full hours in my keto reboot.
And I ate McDonald's.
No, I did not. I broke my fast with a small serving of homemade chicken salad. My mom makes it so good. So I had some chicken salad earlier today, what I considered my lunch. I ate that because I was feeling a little hungry, so I went ahead and ate instead of waiting until dinner. I could have come all the way through dinner.
All sugar in it, all sugar.
I could have waited till dinner, but then I thought, you know what? If I wait till dinner, I'm really going to be excited about eating. Get out of here. Ricky says more cooking, less talking. But anyway, I knew if I waited until dinner, I might actually overeat because I'm just excited about eating. I'm not hungry, though. That's the awesome thing. And a lot of people ask me, why in the world do you do these reboots? How do you do these reboots? I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but really I want to start on dinner because Ricky told me I have to cook. More cooking, less talking is what Ricky always says. He said you can cook while you're talking, but don't just talk. Hey, Selima. I see Rose, Kathy, Beth, hey, Wendy, Elizabeth. How are you guys doing? And what are y'all doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly? I always ask because it helps us think of things we don't cook all the time. And it helps us think about what we're going to cook next week. So definitely share what you're cooking. Okay, I want to show you the very few ingredients you need for this meal. This is one of my family's favorites. Y'all probably get tired of me cooking it. But I can't ever get it off the rotation because my family absolutely loves this meal. If you love meatloaf, give me some hearts. I love meatloaf. But when I first turned keto, I was like, meatloaf? How can I eat meatloaf keto? Hey, Vivian, how are you? So I know Vivian has tried this before, and I know you've told me before that you never could get them to stay together. I'm curious if you ever corrected that. Hey, Michelle, I see Jenny on there. Jenny is having barbecue steak mushrooms. That sounds amazing. All right, so I see some hearts. There are some meatloaf lovers out there. I know y'all get tired of this recipe, but I have to show it to you because I'm sharing my cooking, and my family loves it, loves it, loves it. Wendy says she's doing chicken and bacon skewers. That sounds amazing. I love those things. I had 2 skewers left over, Wendy, and I ate them over the weekend just cold right out of the refrigerator. I didn't even warm them up. I just took them out of the refrigerator and ate them. So I want to show you the very few ingredients you need for this recipe. You need some seasonings. We have Italian. We've got onion powder and garlic powder. If you want to chop up a real fine onion, you can. My kids are really picky about onions, and in a meatloaf, you can see them. So it's not like one of those things I can hide the onions. So I just use extra onion powder. If you want to, you can use onion powder and an onion. I'm just using seasoning. So I've got Italian, onion powder, garlic powder. We also have eggs, and we have pork rinds. Now you can use breadcrumbs if you want to, if you don't really follow keto, but we replace breadcrumbs with pork rinds in most all cases, and these are my favorite ones. Let's see if I can turn this around. I think I have my purse on the other side, so I'll just have to ignore the mess. All right, these are my favorite pork rinds. This is Max Salt and Pepper. Amazing. If you guys have never bought these kind, you're going to fall in love with me for sharing. So make sure you buy some Max pork rinds, salt, and pepper. They are so awesome to cook with and to snack on. If I do much snacking, it's usually pork rinds. I love my pork rinds. All right, so that's all you need. Ricky's trying to get the dogs all right up. Get out. So I don't snack a lot, but when I do snack, I love pork rinds. All right, and the last ingredient you need, I'm going to talk about after I get these mixed up. Ooh, Karen's doing the egg roll in a bowl. I've never made that. I always hear it's delicious. I love the unstuffed cabbage roll. Love that, but I've never tried the egg roll in a bowl. Hey, Polly. Jeannie says, boo-hoo, those pork rinds are not available in Canada. I'm so sorry. They are really good. So, guys, take advantage because Jeannie can't. So we have to take advantage on her behalf. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Peggy. So what are y'all doing for dinner tonight that's low carb keto friendly? Vivian said yes, she loves it. Beth said she had egg and cheese shuffle. That's always delicious. My husband loves the shuffles. All right, so let's get in. First, I got to tell you, I have been so excited about this particular fast. And I think the reason is because I was so consistent in this fast. I felt amazing the entire time. Never was tired. Slept really good. Ricky is making fun of me because I'm using my hands. I am using my hands and talking. Anyway, I was just really consistent. I checked my ketone levels, my blood monitor throughout the fast, and it was consistent every time. I was I was just say blowing. It's not a breath alcohol, it's a blood monitor. But I was sticking myself and getting the same reading, so I was so consistent this time. And the only time I really check my blood monitor is when I'm fasting, just because I like to check it for fun to see how deep in ketosis I can get. Sometimes I really don't get that far. I might fast for 60 hours and see 0.7 on my mojo. But that's okay. I'm still in ketosis and I'm rocking the reboot. I'm in control of food, which is major for me. And I feel amazing. I'm whittling away at inches, trying to get this back fat off my back before the beach time gets here. So I love, love, love my reboot. A lot of people ask me, how in the world do you do it? Why do you do it? I talked about why I did it last night. You guys can watch my video last night or my podcast. But this is how you do it. It's so simple. You take this beautiful package. This is strawberry peach. You take this shaker cup. You shake it like crazy with some cold water or ice cold water, and that's it. Guys, if I can do this, you can do this. If you want to see a major change in your body, a major change in your cravings for food, fasting is where it's at. I'm telling you. I love this packet. This is the Keto Nat drinks, and that's all I'm saying about it because I've talked about it this week. I don't talk about them enough because they are so freaking fire awesome. But I do talk about them when I just really, really, really want to make sure you guys are listening and you're talking to me. Vivian says she made the low-carb meatball bake with keto breadsticks. Yum. I love keto breadsticks. Polly did the ranch shops again. Hey, that's okay. Find something you love, rotate it. That's what I do at my house. That's why we're making meatloaf again tonight because my family absolutely loves it. Felisa says she put almond flour in her meatloaf. Oh, and wrap it in bacon. That sounds pretty good. I've never done wrapped meatloaf. That sounds pretty good. Nicole says I rock everything. Aw, Nicole, you're so sweet. Hey, Bonnie. I see Deanna, Debbie. All right, so what are you doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly? I'm just going to mix this up and show you how super simple you can make an amazing meatloaf for your family. Now, with my meatloaf, I always like to make it in muffins. So, yes, you can use a meatloaf pan. You can use a 9x9 casserole dish if you want to and push that meat down. But that takes a long time to cook. I don't mind that when I've got all day and I don't mind staying in the kitchen or checking the oven. But if you cook them fast, they taste just as good. You can put them in a meatloaf pan and your family's going to love them. So, let's get started. I'm doubling the recipe because my husband says I never cook enough for him. He loves the meatloaf. So I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef. The recipe I'm going to post for you later only calls for 1 pound. And that makes about 8 to 10 meatloafs the way I do it. I'm hoping to make several with 2 pounds because my husband and my daughter will be fighting over the meatloaf. Jenny says she spices her meatloaf similar. And then she stuffs it with sour. Ooh, that sounds so good. Y'all will have to read. I'm not going to give all the secrets away. Hey, Vicky, how are you? That sounds so good. So I'm going to have to try meatloaf wrapped in bacon. I've never done that. All right, so if you love meatloaf, give me some hearts. If I have ever helped you guys, if I ever encourage you guys, please share my videos. I want to make sure I reach more people to encourage, more people to share how easy it is to eat low carb or keto and feel amazing. That's the whole goal, is to feel amazing, to look amazing. So I've got my pork rinds. I'm going to go ahead and put them over here to the side. I'm going to start with the ground beef and my eggs. I like to mix up my eggs first because might as well get my hands dirty, wash them, and then come back. So I'm going to put in 2 eggs. So I don't know where you guys are living at, but I hope the weather is not particularly bad for you. We're supposed to have some storms. We were supposed to have storms all throughout the day, but apparently there's some storms coming still. I almost forgot my salt and pepper. I better put them over here if I forget. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mix this up first. Nah, you know what? Let's just do it all together. I'll wash my hands one time. Thank you for sharing, Karen. I appreciate that very much. Sharing, Karen. I like that. If I'm ever an encouragement to you, I do ask that you please share these videos so we can be an encouragement to others. So I'm doubling this recipe. So I'm doing 2 1/4 teaspoons of all my seasonings. I've got garlic powder. I've got onion powder. I've got Italian seasoning. Yes, I love some Italian seasoning always. So why not in a meatloaf? Make sure I got Italian. 1, 2. And I've got salt and pepper. So we're doing a 4th teaspoon in every single one of the seasonings. So this is so easy to remember. You don't even have to write this recipe down. Oops, little extra. That's all right. Salt. 1, 2. Actually, I think I only did 1 teaspoon or one serving of the pepper. So I'll do a little more. It'll be all right. All right, and then the last ingredient, pork rinds. How easy is that? I got my pork rinds crushed with my little handy dandy hammer here. So I put these in a Ziploc bag and crushed them because if my long-term friends are on here, they're going to tell you I've cut my hands up trying to crunch pork rinds with my hands. And usually I only do 2 or 3 at a time so it doesn't hurt you. But when I'm in a hurry and I'm like crunching a bunch of them, I've literally cut my hands open. So instead of doing that, I did move with some of my friends' suggestions by using a Ziploc bag. So just throw you some pork rinds in a Ziploc bag, get you a little meat tenderizer or anything you want to beat them with, and just crush them up. So we've got 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna show you what the recipe is. I got 1 pound of ground beef. I'm pretending 1 pound of ground beef, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and 2 cups or 1 cup of pork rinds. Okay, so we're gonna get my hands dirty now. I am gonna come read y'all's comments, so jump in and tell me what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. And then also I wanna ask you guys, if you are interested in getting more information on Keto Nat, put info in the comments. I will definitely send you some information on the Keto Nat drinks because I just love them. You do not have to participate in purchasing anything from me. Just because you purchase something doesn't mean I'm going to help you more than somebody else. It does not matter to me. I want to make sure people who need them have them. People who want them can get the information easy. And someone who does buy them can get help anytime they need, and that's what I'm here for. So I'm here to help anybody. If you've got questions about keto, low carb, put it in the comments. And then if you want information on Keto Nat, put info in the comments and I will send you some information. I do mail out trial packs to people who want to just try a smaller portion before you buy a full box. A full box has 20, but man, I'm telling you, you're going to love them. You're going to fall in love because most all of my friends do. And I have friends that will just continuously buy trial packs before they'll ever buy a full box. And that's fine with me. I've got them here. I'll share. Vivian said she made a keto cheesecake. Oh, I saw a picture. Vivian, I saw a picture of that. Did it turn out good? The picture looked amazing. I love cheesecake. It's my favorite, my husband's favorite thing. I would have to drizzle some Chalk Zero chocolate drizzles or caramel drizzles, but man, it looked so good. Nicole says, get you some pork rind crumbs. I know, I've seen those off Amazon, and I'm gonna love them. They're super fun, and they go a long way. I've seen those, Nicole. Another friend of mine loves them, but I've never bought them. I love to snack on pork rinds, so I usually snack as I'm crunching them. Yes, Mary got her box of ketones today, or she ordered her box of ketones, so I know she's excited. I see another Debbie jumped on, so how are you guys doing? And let me know what y'all are doing for dinner tonight that's low carb. Tina is asking for information. I have no idea what's for dinner. Sarah, you have no idea, so let me just tell you what we're doing. We're doing meatloaf. And if you've got these simple ingredients that you probably already have in your house, you can make it too. 1 pound of ground beef, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, a cup of pork rinds, and an egg. That's it. Mix it all up, and we're fixing to make meatloaf muffins. So this is how fast and easy it is. I'm talking, that's why I'm not done already. Ricky's looking at me like, why are you talking? Let me get these out of the way so I don't make a mess. So I have pre-sprayed a muffin pan, and all we're gonna do now is take these meatballs. We're gonna take the meatloaf and make meatballs. So I like to roll them up just so I know that I got about the same amount in each muffin. So I just kind of roll them up into a big old fat meatball, throw them in there. Now, how easy is this? The worst thing about this meal is washing these stupid pans. Y'all know I don't like to clean. I just don't like to clean. I'll admit it. I don't like to clean. So I hate cleaning these pans. Melody says, looking good. Oh, thank you. She said her husband fixed her steak fajitas. Her husband fixed steak fajitas, Ricky.
Well, good for her, because guess what?
What?
You don't like my cooking.
I do like your cooking.
No, you
I like his cooking, but he don't like to, when he cooks, he's got his favorites that he cooks. Like he's got this pasta recipe that he loves, and it's really good, but I can't eat pasta. I don't want to eat pasta. Let me take that back. It's not that I can't eat pasta. I don't want to have pasta. So when he makes his famous pasta, then I make me some zucchini to go in my plate. Hey, Steve. Make Ricky do this. I don't even have to make him. Steve, he's awesome. Ricky is always helpful in the kitchen. So I promise you, he'll be right behind me cleaning in just a few minutes. I'm very blessed with a great husband who loves to help me. Thank goodness. Because if he didn't, I promise you, I probably wouldn't cook nearly as much as I do.
I promise you, you gotta do it. I ain't doing anything.
Get out here. You go do your chores. He's got chores outside. He's got chores outside right now. All right, so see, I'm putting way too many in there. Too much in there because you want to be able to push this down to hold our last topping. So you want small meatballs. That way you can just push it down in the tin. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna have plenty for my husband and my daughter. They're not gonna have to fight tonight. I'm telling you, they have come home and my daughter has to work late tonight, Steve. So she told me, please save me at least 5 muffins. Do not let Dad eat all the meatloaf. And I hear that every time that she can't be here when I pull it out of the oven. Ooh, yes, he does make some good chicken wings. That's right, Nicole. I forgot all about those. He does do that, but I have to beg him. My husband's not a big griller. Like, I know men love to grill, not my husband. He don't want to grill. If he's going outside, he wants to go outside and relax. He don't think cooking is relaxing. I love cooking. Kim says, hey girl, finally caught me. You sure did. How are you doing, Kim? I hope you had a great day. We're making some meatloaf muffins. I know you've seen it before. If you follow my page, you know I make these quite often because my family loves it. And this is what I do. We make our menu every week based off my Pinterest boards or my food list that I have in my phone notes. And what I do is I go to my Keto Faves board and I will pick out things that my family loves, and I fix at least 2 things that week of a fave or something we've cooked before that we like. It might not be their favorite thing. Like my husband doesn't love the thing I'm going to make tomorrow, but he's going to eat it because we've eaten it before and it was really good and he liked it. But this he loves. So I always pick 2 or 3 things that my family has already eaten and did not complain about. They actually really liked it or requested often. And then I go to my Pinterest board that's just a keto board, and it's just things that I haven't cooked before or I thought about before but hadn't spent time reading, researching the ingredients. So that's how I make my menu every week. We go to our favorites that we rotate, and then we go to things we haven't done before or something we do very seldom, and put that into our menu for the week. So that's how I do it. So you're gonna see me cook some of the same things because that's how I cook. All right, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I gotta wash my hands in just a second. So look, my daughter's gonna be so proud. She's gonna have a half a pan to eat all by herself, and my husband will eat the other half. And let me get my other pan sprayed real quick. She's gonna be so happy. I usually only buy 1 pound of ground beef. So she'll be tickled to death that she ain't got to fight her daddy for meatloaf. I can eat two or 3 of these and they fill me up. We're making a side of asparagus. My husband loves asparagus and Haley doesn't, and she's not here tonight, so I'm cooking that for Ricky. Let's see. Patricia said, what is your favorite nut flavor? My favorite flavor. Oh, man. I used to could tell you exactly which ones are my favorite, but there's so many good ones right now. Like, I love the blueberry. The blueberry, hands down, one of my favorites. The strawberry peach, hands down, one of my favorites. Love Splash. I love Splash every morning. That's my morning go-to. I love Splash. It's like a mild melon. It's not really sweet. I love Splash for in the mornings. I also really love True Passion. It's really hard to pick a favorite because there's just so many. I'll tell you, if you didn't buy the blue, what was it called? It's brand new. They just released it. They only sold it for a little bit until they make some more. What's it called? Berry Blue. It's called Berry Blue. It's not a blueberry. It's called Berry Blue, but it's like a blue raspberry. Oh my goodness. Hands down, another new favorite. They're all so delicious. Now, I'll tell you, our top seller is raspberry lemonade, but that one is way too sweet for me. I just can't do it. Every time I drink it, it's like my teeth hurt. But we sell the heck out of it. So we all have different taste buds. My favorites might not be your favorites. Heart Tart is still a huge seller, which is like a Smartie sweet tart. It's really good. If I drink that when it's in the afternoon or when I'm outside in the sun. But man, I'm telling you, all the mainstay flavors I pretty much like. Hey, Bonnie. Nicole said, you said all my favorites. Hey, Karen. Nicole, did you buy that Berry Blue, the blue raspberry flavor? If you didn't, make sure you get a box because you will love it. It's so good. Absolutely love my ketones. They taste delicious, and the way they make you feel, I mean, there is a no-brainer for me. I keep them in my house. I keep them in my purse in case I'm traveling or working when I didn't realize I was going to be in my car. I keep them when I go on vacation. I mean, I just love them. They're so good. And whether you're trying to lose weight or not, my granny drinks them every day because she loves the energy she gets from them, and she's not on an eat-high diet. Ricky eats low carb or keto because that's what I cook, but he ain't necessarily on a keto diet. He'll eat anything and everything. But he drinks them every day because he said the energy is awesome, and he drinks them before he goes to the gym at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And he said it helps him get faster, longer gym time. So let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. He's out there cleaning the skimmers of the pool. He's got chores. Alright, let me show you the last thing that's going on top of our meatloaf, and this is what makes it keto. So many people will say, you can't eat meatloaf and be keto. I'm like, yeah, you can. Why can't you? There's so many ways you can cook it. You don't even have to have this topper. I saw somebody, I think it was Jeannie, that says she stuffs hers with mozzarella cheese. I've done that before, not wrapped in bacon, but I have stuffed it with cheese, and that was my meatloaf. I didn't put anything on top. But I want to show you something I bought this week. I know Vivian has tried this one before. I think you're actually the one that told me about it, Vivian. I usually use G. Hughes ketchup. Let me show it to you. I know I got a little bit. I think. All right, so this is the ketchup I usually use. I love it. G. Hughes makes some amazing sauces. I'm gonna turn this around so you can see it better. So G. Hughes, this is one of my go-to favorites. I absolutely love this ketchup. It does have a sweeter side to it, so it's not like a regular Heinz ketchup. It's sweeter a little bit, but it only has 1 carb in a tablespoon. So 1 carb in a tablespoon, I'm telling you, this stuff is fire. If you've never had it, make sure you go shopping for G. Hughes. I get mine at Walmart, Kroger, anywhere you can get on Amazon. I tried this one last time. This is a Heinz ketchup. Let me turn this around. Whoop. This is a Heinz ketchup. It says it's simply artificial, no artificial flavors, I'm sorry. But when you read the back of this one, and I only bought this one for my husband and my daughter to use because they said it tasted more like ketchup, like it had the more tomato-y taste instead of the sweetness from G. Hughes. But when I read this one has 4 carbs in a tablespoon. So 4 carbs versus 1 carb. I mean, which one are you gonna choose? They do taste completely different. I choose this one just for the carb count. But I was at the store this week and I found something new. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. This is a Heinz ketchup, which is my favorite kind of ketchup, Heinz. And this one is no sugar added Heinz. So Heinz no sugar added. Let me turn it around so you can see. Heinz no sugar added. This one, guys, if you look at this nutritional value, I'm gonna see if I can show you. This one has one serving is a tablespoon. If you look over here, the carbs, total carbs 1. So 1 carb in a tablespoon. I don't know if I'm far enough. 1 carb in a tablespoon. That's pretty awesome. And when I read the ingredients, I felt really good about them. It's got tomato concentrate from ripe red tomatoes, distilled white vinegar, salt, natural flavoring, it says. I'm not sure what that is. Onion powder, spices. It says spices not normally found in ketchup. And sucralose. So we know sucralose, yeah. So we know we got some sucralose in there, but 1 carb, and I haven't tried this one yet. So Vivian, is this the one you use? Yes, Vivian said this is hers. So Vivian says this is her favorite one, so I'm really excited to try it. I really love the taste of this one, 4 carbs versus 1 carb though. So, just read your labels. When I'm at the grocery store, I will read my labels, and I'm excited to try this. So what we're gonna do now, instead of using my G. Hughes like I normally do, we're going to put some ketchup. We're going to use the Heinz no sugar. Oh. Yes, Heinz no sugar added. Did you get your chores done?
Yeah.
I see Haley jumped on. Lori, Becca. Kim said this is her favorite too. Hey, Wendy, absolutely. Wanda, I'm sorry. Patricia says that's what she uses too. So yay. So has everyone tried G. Hughes though? G. Hughes is really, really good. I just hope this one tastes more like a ketchup and not as sweet as G. Hughes. I love G. Hughes though. I love all of his sauces. They're all delicious. All right, so if you want it to be really strict, you can take a tablespoon and measure out. But what I'm going to do is just squirt some on. It only has 2 carbs, so if I put 2 tablespoons on here, how many carbs do you think is in these muffins? What do we put in there? We put seasonings that have no carbs. We put an egg for all of these. We used the pork rinds, no carbs, or maybe 1 or 2, because, really nothing has 0 carbs, most things. It may say less than 1, that means 1. But, you're going to have hardly any carbs in these. So even if I put 3 tablespoons, that's 2, 4, 6 carbs. So these are really, really good. So I'm just squirting. I'm not going to be crazy strict. I've been fasting for 65 hours, so I think I'm pretty good. And we're going to throw these in the oven. So I've got my oven turned on 350. Now, do they sell a bigger bottle than this, Vivian? I definitely need a bigger bottle. So one thing I like about the Heinz ketchup, now not this one because I haven't tried it yet, but this one that's 4 carbs, the thing I like about cooking with it is it actually does stay thick. The only thing I don't like about G. Hughes, and I love G. Hughes, I don't want to put him down, I really love G. Hughes. The thing I don't like about cooking with it though is it gets really liquefied. It's really, really thin. So this is actually going to come out looking like I've got my topping on my meatloaf, where the G. Hughes does not. It's really liquidy. Gosh, these look good, y'all. This ketchup smells good. This is, look, I'm going to end up using this whole damn thing. If I end up using this whole thing, I have to account for the carbs and divide it out. Now I'll go back to Walmart. They won't have no more after I love it. Just making sure they're covered good. They look really good. And that's it. So, Kim says she tried G. Hughes, but when I first started keto and it was a weird taste. The Heinz tasted more like regular ketchup. I can agree with that. Yes, thank goodness. I'm going to have to get a bigger bottle because I almost used all this one already. And there are 23 servings in here. So I just put, I'd say I probably just put 20 carbs on these muffins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not counting like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 20 divided by 17. So very few carbs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. I'll be right back. Get out of my kitchen, girl. You can't have no food. You can't have no food, May. All right, so that was super easy. And the only reason it took me this long is because I was talking to you guys. That is a fast, simple meal that you can put together that your family will love. And if they're like mine, they're going to ask for it to be on rotation all the time. Every week I'll ask my daughter, what do you want for her dinner this week? She'll say meatloaf. I'm like, I just made them last week. Like, give me a break. All right. Hey, Kathy Alexander. All right, guys. How are you doing? And let me know if you have any questions. We're already done mixing up our dinner. I will post the recipe later when I post the meal. I always like to taste it before I post it. We are making a side dish of asparagus because that's what my husband loves. I may eat some of the asparagus, but I'm actually feeling some broccoli casserole. So I've got broccoli casserole left over from last week, and I know I do not like to waste food. So I may have some broccoli casserole with my meatloaf while Ricky has his asparagus. Tina says, how long do they cook? Okay, so I've got it on 350. That's a good question. And I usually cook them for about 20 minutes. You can put a toothpick in it, to see if it's done for you. About 15, 20 minutes, these are pretty much done. If you cook it higher, it cooks even faster, but I usually cook mine on 350 or 375, and I just check them out. My husband's weird about his ground beef. It's got to be done. He always says he wants them well done. I'm not weird about any kind of meat. So. All right, I'm going to put these up. Any questions about sauces, about this recipe, anything keto? We had a question answer video last night. I really enjoyed it. I loved all y'all's questions. I love talking to you. If I'm not taking questions like that, you can always send them to me and I'll answer. Hey, Tina Dove, how are you? I see Kathy says Heinz no sugar is the only ketchup she uses. So now y'all got me so excited about getting these out of the oven. I can't wait to try them. So this is the first time I've seen it at the store. It's the Heinz tomato ketchup, no sugar added. They say it tastes just like Heinz ketchup, and I love Heinz ketchup. And it's not sweet like G. Hughes. So if you haven't tried this one, you definitely want to. If you are a G. Hughes fan, I am too. It's just a little sweeter tasting to me than all the other ketchup options out there. There are good options. Can't get this back on. There are good options for sauces. You just got to read your labels. Like I said, this one was a Heinz that I bought before, and I looked at it and it was 4 carbs. Now I used it for my husband because I'm a carb snob, and I used the sweeter 1 carb. But then I was at the grocery store this week and I was like, let me see if they got what Vivian told me. So yeah, 4 carbs, 2 carbs. Just read your labels and decide which one fits best for you and your goals and your family. All right, I see Melody. How are you guys doing? I hope you've had a great week Tina, I'm getting so excited. Today I saw the weather and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be cold and rainy all weekend. So we're supposed to have a girls' day. I'm so excited. We hadn't had a girls' day in a while. So me and my daughter and my sister-in-law and her daughter, my niece, are going to get together. We're going to have breakfast and just hang out. Haley wants to do a little shopping. You know that, Tina. She's always wanting to shop, but she won't buy nothing. She just wants to shop, not buy nothing. If I go shopping, I end up spending money. So we'll have to come up with something. But we're just going to hang out for a girls' day. I'm so excited. All right. I don't see any questions come through. So guys, I'm going to jump off here. If you have any questions for me, please send them my way. I'll be glad to help you with anything you have. If I don't know the answers, I have lots and lots of friends who do. So if I can't help you right away, I have access to people who've been doing keto for 5 to 7 years. So I'm starting my 3rd year next month. I'm so excited, and I will be celebrating. But again, if you guys want any information on the keto nat drinks, just write info in the comments, and I'll be glad to send you some information. And share my videos, guys. If I've been encouraging you in any way, please share so we can gather more people to encourage and change their lives. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here and start cleaning. I will talk to you later. Bye.